You know how this starts.
Yo, Mansplaining Done Right, people. This is Angel Manuel, the handsome ass motherfucker here.
And I am Chef Uncle Melvin, your favorite genderless tree.
We actually just did a clip that Melvin said don't put with the rest of it. Totally understandable. But we actually responded to people commenting.
Yeah, so keep the comments flowing, and if you want to say some mean stuff to us on YouTube, and we'll for the next video we'll definitely upload it and talk about the mean things that you say.
Not every time, but every once in a while.
I think we should always do it, honestly.
No, we can't respond to every single comment.
But I mean, at this point, the comments aren't that many. Maybe when the comments start getting massive, and when videos are getting like fucking 5,000 comments and shit like that, or 300 comments, you know, yeah. But if we're still low, we're still at like 6 or 7 comments, 6 or 7 mean comments, and then the other ones are like my mom cheering us on and shit. Like,
nice. We'll respond to her. Though.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll respond to her.
So we took a bit of a hiatus from the last episode. You know, we're still trying to figure out getting the scheduling thing right, and it sucks because, you know, we have so much to talk about. But
plus we go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Plus you have 2 jobs.
Yeah, I have 2 jobs. I don't work at one of them most of the time, but I do have 2 jobs.
You got a W-2 from it.
Exactly. I got a W-2 for it because I used to work there often.
Yo, it's tax time too. Oh, it is.
My tax is gonna be here by no later than the 14th.
You know how much you're getting?
I already know what I'm getting, bro. I've already spent all that money.
Get the fuck out, for real?
Nah.
Okay.
I have an idea of what I want to buy. I mean, for sure I'm going to pay off debt, like credit cards and shit like that. Yeah. Well, I don't have massive credit card debt, but I do have... You just know credit card debt adds up. Invest your fucking money.
Exactly. And not in another credit card and some clothes.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, and nice. That's exciting.
I don't know what I'm going to do with mine.
So, yeah, what are we starting off with today, man?
Well, okay, so Black Panther has been out for like 2-3 weeks now?
No, nowhere near that. Black Panther has
2
been...
weeks.
Black Panther has been out for 11 days. Black Panther came out on the 16th.
So almost 2 weeks.
And as of the day we are recording this is February 27th. So Black Panther has been out for 11 days.
It came out, what, the 18th, right?
No, the 16th.
16th. Oh, shit.
Uh-huh. I've seen Black Panther 3 times.
I saw it one time, weekend it came out. So, spoilers. You had enough time to watch that shit.
Yeah, you did. 100% spoilers ahead. We are going to discuss some heavy parts of the movie and some parts of the movie that are important for people who have not seen it, you know. So if you don't want to skip this part, you know, we'll.
You had enough time, dog. So just what are you doing? Watch it and come back. I can't read that far.
Okay, so for the most part, at this point, what is it for the box office?
Is that 700 million?
700 million,
bro.
Man. That is a great. What is it? Black Panther's easily. I read Black Panther's easily the highest rated opening superhero movie ever.
Was it?
Yeah,
because I think Avengers was.
No. So far, Black Panther is the highest rated superhero movie for opening weekend. It was like 256 million or some crazy shit like that.
Now this guy really likes superheroes and superhero movies. I like them, but I only want the best. Like a good example would be like I like almost all lyrical rappers. Some people only like a Drake, and that's it.
Well, if we could say it like this, if Angel is an acquaintance with the superhero / comic book world, me and the comic book world have been married for 17 years and happily married at that. You know, not like a.
I don't know, man. DC's fucking up. DC's out here.
DC movies are fucking up. DC comics are amazing.
Yeah.
DC definitely has the one up on comic books and animated
movies
and animated movies. Yeah. But live action movies, Marvel has it all the way.
These past 11 years, bro.
Yeah, man.
Marvel's been
on it. 18 movies.
In 11 years.
18 movies,
and they all do great.
And they all do amazing. What is it? The most hated movies are like the Thor movies, like the first 2 Thor, the second Thor movie.
Yeah, the second one was trash, in my humble opinion.
Yeah. So, but overall, they still do much better.
Yeah, and the second Iron Man.
Yeah. Second Iron Man was a little iffy. Yeah.
But okay, just immediate first thoughts. Black Panther. So, like I said, I saw it 3 times. Wore a different dashiki every time I went to go see it. Which you can get on Amazon.
I got my
$12.
$12. I got my dashikis on Amazon. I wish I could remember the name of the company off the top of my head, but they're $12. They're all handmade and super cheap. They come fast. If you have Amazon Prime, you get them in 2 days, and very, very good quality. But first thoughts on the movie, I think it's a great movie. Of course, and like I said, I've seen it 3 times, so this isn't just a first time thing. You know, I hate people who try to be super critical of a movie that they've only seen once. You know, unless it's really bad. If it's really bad, then feel free to be as critical as you want. But Black Panther is a great superhero movie. Has a great villain. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan. But at times, I feel like his performance is a little bit shoddy. His character is amazing.
Oh yeah, his character
is amazing, but sometimes his delivery is a bit, You know, prime example, when him and towards the end of the movie, after he becomes king for the short time, and where it's perceived that T'Challa is dead, he comes back, and then there's some big fight, like basically a little mini civil war within Wakanda between basically the people who still support Killmonger and then the people who are trying to be down for T'Challa. And when he goes in and then he stabs him in the chest because they go to fight in this on the vibranium railroad, so it like disrupts their suits.
Yeah. And
he stabs him in the chest with the knife. I feel like Michael B. Jordan's like reaction was kind of weak. Like when he's just like, whoa, hell of a shot. Just the way he said.
Okay.
Like I said, overall his performance was good, but at times it was like, I mean, at times he kind of had some issues, conveying his emotion. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's easily the best Marvel villain ever. Okay. Marvel cinematic villain ever. Yeah. You know, no doubt about that. But overall, great movie. I love the cinematic effects. Some of the meme references are a little outdated though. Like
what are those?
T'Challa comes in a pair of sandals after the second day he becomes king, and Shuri is just like, "What are those?" And it's like, "What are those?" was funny in 2016.
It was funny when they recorded it.
Yeah, it was funny when they recorded.
It didn't last long.
And then there's a part where Claw where they go to trade some vibranium, and he basically mentions, and he's talking to Everett Ross, who was a CIA agent, and they talk about
his entourage.
Claw having a mixtape.
No, it was like, whoa, Claw, you got a big entourage. You got a mixtape coming out, and he was like, yeah.
He was like, and
then
he like turns around and is just like, oh yeah, could you get him the link? Like, talking about SoundCloud rappers is kind of a dead horse at this point too.
Oh man, that horse has been buried and gone and forgotten.
Yeah, exactly. And we've mentioned this in other videos. There's nothing wrong with being a SoundCloud rapper. You know what I mean?
It's just the ship sailed on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like being a YouTube gamer.
Yeah.
Or a YouTube prankster.
Yeah.
Like the ship has just sailed.
Agreed. What about you? First thoughts.
Great movie. Made me want to cry a couple times. Okay, which one do I want to start with? One of them where it's like, the dude from Get Out, forgot his name, but he was like, "My love, would you really kill me?" And she was like, "For Wakanda, yes." It's like, fuck that.
And then he just like gets down on his knee and then like concedes. It's
that part made me want to cry. I was like, damn, she's for real loyal to that throne.
She's really she has massive nationalism and like she's really a love of her country.
And then the other part, the ending, when Killmonger is like, "Bury me with my ancestors," because even then they knew that
that death was better than
bondage.
Yeah, or something like that.
And he's just and I was like,
he doesn't even he just takes it out.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he just takes it. That was.
I thought he went in.
No, that was a part that was a little iffy for me too. Like he just like when he does after he makes that statement, he literally just pulls the knife out and then he just dies.
Yeah.
I mean, can we assume that what was it like when you ever hear about somebody getting like crushed into a wall by a car and they're still alive?
Yeah,
and it's like the car is holding in, they're keeping them alive. I think that was what it was, but at the same time, when I first saw it, I was like, that was a little weird. Like,
you think like it should have been more fantastic?
Yeah,
death.
Yeah, no, the death was fine, but I just thought it was weird that he pulled the knife out and that's what killed him. Like I thought it would have been better for you to like stuck it in some more. And like then fell over, but it was like pulls it out and then just falls over and then he's dead. Like, he pulls it out, looks at the sunset, smiles, and then dies.
Either way, I wanted to cry, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't remember last time I cried. And then another thing, I took my girl, right? And when Killmonger's wearing his Black Panther outfit, she's like, damn, Michael B. Jordan. I was like, you chill that out. You calm down.
The first time I went to go see it was the day before it came out. It was with my best friend, and the fight where Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick Boseman are first fighting when they're doing the duel,
the challenge,
traditional challenge. Yeah, she was just like, "This is the sexiest fight I've ever seen. I think I'm gonna slide out of my chair," and I'm just like, okay.
I also wanted to make another point. T'Challa, in my opinion, out of that whole cast, was kind of the weakest one.
Chadwick, you would say Chadwick Boseman was
he had the weakest performance, weakest character.
Nigga, I literally just disagree with that statement. I literally just said Michael B. Jordan has the weakest character.
Nah, dog. Okay, why though?
Not the weakest character, the weakest performance.
I think overall, just everything. Like, he was, like, T'Challa wasn't the smartest because his sister was. He wasn't the strongest. Killmonger was. He wasn't on the throne that long. Like, everything, like, they just could have written him a little better.
I thought he was written amazingly. Chadwick Boseman is excellent. His performance was excellent. I love the accent. I do admit there are a couple of times in the movie where the lines are a little weird.
Yeah,
like when he's fighting M'Baku, who in the comics is a guy named Man Ape, which kind of racist to use a black dude being a white ape, but so they didn't use that. But there's a part where he stabs him during the fight and he pulls it out, and then while he's pulling him out, he was just like, I am T'Challa, son of King T'Chaka, and it was just a random statement that I don't think he needed to make. But that's not on him as an actor. That's just on the writing of the movie.
I think they could have written him better. I think he...
Give an example, dude. I'm not. You're not giving examples. You're just like, he wasn't that smart, which is reasonable. He doesn't have.
He didn't build any of his shit. He wasn't like the most charming. Like, at least Iron Man, like, he was more relatable. He wasn't the king. He was just like a depressed alcoholic. But he was still trying to charm people, and he built his own shit, which you could kind of respect.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, they're two completely different characters, though. Like, Shuri has always been, like, Shuri isn't a new character. Like, in the comic book, she does the exact same thing. And comic book wise, what is it? Marvel released an official list a couple years ago of the smartest characters, and what's it called?
Was on that list.
Black Panther is number 8 on the list of the smartest characters.
Yeah, it's like Beast, Tony Stark.
There's a bunch of other people that are on there
Shuri.
too. No, she's not on the list. But what's it called? There's a bunch of other people. You know, he's listed as one of the smartest people in the Marvel universe.
I guess they should have just written him to be smarter, more cunning, or something. Because I feel like he didn't stand out. Like, Killmonger stood the fuck out because he was like cut, had the fucking dots. He was beating anybody's ass.
I disagree. I have to disagree respectfully, of course, because like I said, I felt like Chadwick Boseman's performance was strong. It was great. I loved the fact that he's a good person, you know, and like that's what happens in the beginning when he goes to the ancestral plane and talks to his dad. His dad is like, basically, you're gonna struggle to be a king because you're a good person.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
I like that part too.
And exactly.
That part made me want to cry too, though.
Exactly. Like, which is really fucked up to think about. Like, because, like, you know, you would want your king to be a good person, but realistically, being a king, and political power is difficult, you know what I mean? So, and sometimes you can't be the best person. And I love like I said, I love the dichotomy between him and Lupita, who are
his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, his ex-girlfriend. I love that. I love the fact that it's just
that they were cool.
And she's so pretty, and she's so pretty.
She is really pretty.
She's so fucking gorgeous. Oh my god.
Sliding those DMs?
Sliding those DMs like I did Mia Khalifa and Cardi B asking to be on the podcast. I actually did that. I actually DM'd Mia Khalifa like, yo, baby, I love you. I love your videos.
I love your work.
I love everything about you. Be a guest on my podcast. And I did the same thing with Cardi B. I was like, hey, girl, I'll rub some tree oil on your feet while we do this podcast. Come be on the podcast. I sent her a link. You know,
I think you should wait a while. You know, we got to build that buzz. And then she's like, oh, shit, Melvin, what's up over there? You can
exactly.
be like, hey, what's up, ma?
Yeah,
respectfully. I love that Miss Lupita Nyong'o.
Exactly. But yeah, I love their dichotomy together. And I also, I felt like I felt like he did a great job as the kid. Like, I thought the character was written well. That's just me.
I think he did the best with how they wrote that
what he was given?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And then Killmonger Michael B. Jordan kind of did his thing. I guess took what he was written farther, in my opinion.
I guess.
But let's be real, Shuri was pretty dope.
Shuri was 100% dope, bro. And why is it that little tangent? Why is it that Europe? Why is it that black people from Europe are better at being Americans than we are? Like, you know, that's just a random thing. Like,
'cause they're all fucking British.
Because, yeah, Shuri's British. And it's like, her African accent is on point. I mean, you gotta give it to Chadwick Boseman. He's played, like, James Brown and a bunch of other, like, people. He's a character actor. Yeah, he's a character actor. But for the most part, you know, like, the dude that played W'Kabi, that's the same guy from Get Out. He's British, but his like African accent is on point. His American accent is great. Like I said, definitely, I disagree. I think Michael B. Jordan's performance was the weakest in the movie.
Really?
I mean, his character at the end, his character is great because basically at the end, his character gets what he wants. Michael B. Jordan ends up winning regardless of the fact that he's not king anymore. He still gets what he wants because basically, in a more
he wanted to help the black people of the world.
Basically, but in a more tyrannical way. You know, he kind of wanted to like fucking like.
He was like a. What's a good?
He wanted to empower the black people so that they can overthrow everybody.
Was it all oppressed people or was it just black people?
It was just black people.
Okay, because I was a little.
Because you know his character grew up in Oakland and basically was from the hood and shit. Yeah. So he's seen all that bad.
Without a father.
Yeah, because his father was killed by his brother, but that was all on him. That was his fault, you know. And like I said, I feel like I said, his character got what he wanted at the end, but I feel like his performance was a little shoddy, at times. Okay. At times his edginess worked.
Yeah.
But then at other times it seems like all he had to offer was edginess. Yeah.
But yo, that beginning that was funny as fuck.
You talking about where he drugs her coffee and shit?
No. Just how he was talking. He was like, "Oh yeah, so where's that from?" Like he talked the way I would say it.
Yeah, like he didn't actually seem interested. Like that's why I felt like that's what I'm saying. That's why some aspects of his performance were shoddy. Like he didn't really seem super in. His portrayal of those lines didn't really seem like he was really interested in. He was like, "Yeah, where's that from?" And then he was like, "How about this one?"
I think he was just like being sarcastic though.
Yeah, but I mean, but even if he was being sarcastic, it was still.
Because even after the fact, he was like, "Nah, that's from Wakanda." And I was like, "You tell that bitch."
Hell no.
Slap her just because.
He was like, "You've been watching me this whole time. You ain't even watch what you put in your coffee." Like I said, the edginess.
That shit was funny though.
His edginess was on point, but sometimes I felt like he was a bit too edgy. Yeah. You know what I mean? I definitely thought it was fucked up though that he was like what he was really. You really see how down he is for his goals when he meets up with Claw to go do the trade for the
back to Wakanda
and then he's just like drop me off at Wakanda, you know, he's like, oh, you don't want to go there, and he's like, yeah I do, and shoots one of Claw's homies, and then Claw takes his girlfriend or the girl that he's associated with and fucking is just like watch it and then
he was like, nah, fuck that,
and then shoots the bitch in the face, and then like I thought that was dope. Like I thought that was like that definitely did a good job of showing
how down he was.
How down his character was to get what he wanted to become, like to get basically.
He'd kill everybody.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously he emphasized that, you know. And a little fun fact, what the markings on his body were, that's actually a legit thing that a lot of rural African warrior tribes would do, and it symbolized a variety of things. For him, it was more so like just a symbolization, like, oh yeah, I've killed these people, but. Those African tribes, they would use it as like it would identify nobility. Mm-hmm. It basically had a bunch of different meanings.
Yeah,
like,
for different tribes.
Yeah, for different tribes, and it's called, the proper term for it is scarification. Like that's actually what it's referred to as.
Another thing about that, also Native Americans did that.
True.
As well.
True.
Just a couple things. Do you remember Iron Man 3?
Yes.
Do you remember how he was like, "Oh my God, I'm not the Mandarin. I'm not the Mandarin."
Yeah.
I thought that was the stupidest shit ever. I feel like the way Black Panther did it was fucking dope.
Yeah.
Like, Marvel really
wait,
realized they fucked up.
Wait, I'm not really catching the connection.
Okay, so
because, you know, obviously in that movie the dude that was acting as the Mandarin, but you know, then they released a little like 5-minute clip that basically confirmed that the Mandarin is real.
Yeah, but it was the other European looking dude.
Yeah. No, but they didn't actually show him in the little clip. They just
No. I'm talking about the movie, the audience.
Yeah,
the audience watches.
Uh-huh.
When you realize, oh, so that guy's not shit. Like, at least that was my reaction when I watched it.
I'm just a little bit confused about the connection you were making between when you find that when the dude admits he's not the Mandarin and Black Panther.
Okay, so in Iron Man 3, the bad guy was the Mandarin. This weird looking
terrorist guy.
Taliban looking dude. In Black Panther, is like the bad guy is Claw. And then afterwards you find out, oh no, that this European dude and Killmonger are the actual bad guys.
Yeah.
Or the actual antagonists in the movie. And they're like way worse. And I feel like
wait. Who are you talking about before that? You said Claw. Claw is the European dude.
Yeah. And
yeah, he's already, but then you said he's not actually, you said the European dude is actually not actually the antagonist. Like Claw isn't actually the antagonist. It's this other European guy, and then
No. In Iron Man 3, the European dude was the actual bad guy.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
And he was kind of the puppet master behind the Mandarin.
Yeah.
In Black Panther, Killmonger was the actual antagonist and not the European dude.
Okay, I think I see what the point you're making. Continue. Sorry.
Producer, does that make sense? Just no, yes.
Honestly, like, I have no recollection.
Oh yeah, because I was trying to talk to her about it too.
Okay, well just keep going, dude.
It does make sense what you're trying to say. How like the audience
finds out after the fact.
Yeah, like you find out after the fact that bad guy wasn't the real bad guy.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Right?
Yeah, but I feel like that point's a little iffy because
I was just trying to make the point. Iron Man 3, they did it very stupidly. This one, they actually did it dope.
Like,
I agree.
They're trying to like rectify their mistakes.
Okay, I agree.
Like they actually learned from their mistakes, and I was like, this was a good way to do it. Just show that the actual antagonist is just so badass they could take over the movie as the antagonist.
Okay, fair enough.
Because yeah, like Killmonger basically starts off as like one of Claw's henchmen, but he ends up killing Claw.
And he's like, nah, I'm the badass.
Yeah, you have a point there.
So that's just the point I was trying to make.
But I mean, he doesn't necessarily start off as like one of his henchmen though. He kind of starts off as like he gives him a hint on some vibranium, and basically because Claw is in the business of selling vibranium.
Yeah.
And Killmonger, that's how they first meet up. Killmonger basically like, oh yeah, I got a little chip on a little good chunk of vibranium, and Killmonger like, okay, cool, and that's why they're in the museum. So it was one of those things where I see what you guys are coming from, but it's more so one of those things where Killmonger is the main antagonist, but at first it's what's it called? At first Claw is the main antagonist, and then it kind of switches roles.
Yeah.
After Killmonger's dead, he's not an antagonist anymore. But at first you assume that the main antagonist is Claw because they're trying to bring him back to Wakanda to make him pay for his crimes. And then after Killmonger kills him, then he becomes. I see what you mean.
Yeah, I think we're just going in circles now.
Yeah, a little bit.
We're going pretty.
Okay, well, I guess so.
Anything else you want to add to?
Anything else I want to add?
Black Panther?
There are. We can talk about the after credit scenes. I don't know if you guys stayed that long.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one. Which fun fact.
The Bucky one.
No, not the Bucky one. I'm saying the speech. The first one. The first after credit scene is just a speech. Basically, what's called T'Challa's at the UN, and he's just like, we're not gonna hide anymore. And one of the other guys just like, isn't Wakanda like a fucking third world country?
No, he was like, what could Wakanda possibly offer the world?
Yeah, basically, yeah. So he basically asks, isn't Wakanda basically a third world country? Yeah. And then Chadwick Boseman just gives them. The little creepy white guy smile and shit, and then the real credits roll, and then following that, Bucky. You see Bucky, and then you see a bunch of African kids, and they refer to him as the White Wolf. The White Wolf is actually a real character from the comics. He is a stepbrother of T'Challa, who becomes the head of his military.
I didn't know that.
His police force, correction, and so maybe that might be where they take Bucky for the future, because we do know that Chris Evans, his contract is up. After Infinity War, I think after Infinity War his contract is up, because I think he only signed for like 7 movies or something like that.
Only 7.
Yeah, which is a lot.
That's a lot of movies.
Yeah, it's a lot of movies, but yeah. So his contract is up. So maybe Bucky, being the White Wolf character, might
kind of take over.
Yeah, might take over, because some people speculate that, because in the comics, Bucky at one point does become Captain America. Like he takes a role of Captain America, and well, now what's it called? So, some people speculate that might happen. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe he might be the White Wolf. Maybe they might just call him that because he's a random white dude in Wakanda.
I have a question. So, I was reading up on why Bucky was in Wakanda, and is it true that Shuri ends up taking away all his trigger memories?
Yeah, they released they released a comic before the Civil War movie came out. They basically help add a little bit more content to the story, and yeah, basically Shuri is able to reverse his Russian programming. So at this point in the cinematic universe, there's no such thing as a winter. Bucky is no longer a Winter Soldier because he doesn't have that programming anymore. So, and Shuri was able to take that away through some magic fucking medical vibranium. Because somehow you could put metal. Somehow a magic vibrating metal can heal people.
Yeah, I don't really understand it. It's in filmmaking, it's called a MacGuffin. It kind of just does it.
Okay, but no, I know, there's this, superstition thing in Mexico, metal, these magnet bracelets.
Oh my god, that dumb shit.
Take, impurities away, so
That's...
I can understand if they're trying to do a really long reach from, this, super...
But this thing actually works, though. in the movie, this thing actually works.
Yeah, in the movie that
you see all the tech. You see everything.
Like it's like a super long stretch. Like, oh, you can kind of connect it to something that's there.
I don't know. It's called a MacGuffin, dog. If you ever want to look that up, it just does what the director wants it to do.
Well, yeah.
Even if it's not real.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean. I mean, you have a good point, 100%. But
that's a point.
Yeah, that's a great point. So yeah, maybe that might.
You did not send me those pictures. You did not send me those pictures, and I'm offended to this second.
She sent me the picture of the comments and not Angel Manuel, and I guess now the producer has offended him.
I got offended.
I had something else, but you motherfuckers changed the topic. I had one more thing I was gonna mention about the movie that I thought was great, the music.
Oh my god, dog, Kendrick, bro. Okay, did you hear how that album came to be?
I did not know.
Okay, so Ryan Coogler, the director of Black Panther, went to Kendrick. He was like, "Hey Kendrick, this is the movie we made, or it's like the rough cut. You think you can make a couple songs or some shit like that?" And Kendrick was like, "All right, bet." So he saw the movie, and when Ryan Coogler went to go pick up the music, Kendrick had a full album.
Oh,
like the entire album was based off that movie.
Oh shit!
With features and everything. So Ryan was like, dope. I don't got to do nothing else. Thank you. It's
a great soundtrack. You can find it on Apple Music. I think it's on all major streaming platforms. It's a great soundtrack, and it has The Weeknd, SZA. It has a lot of the TDE people in addition to some other non-TDE people, including The Weeknd. And it's I see. I think that's all I have to say on Black Panther though. So. What are we going to next? Is there a